Hi everyone. Hi, I think we're up and live. I'll just double check that it's actually working. If you can just check it here. And is it? Yes, it is. Great. Okay, so welcome guys, welcome. This is ChatTactic 70 something. This is going to be the next fest, I guess looking at a few different games here. I've been given a few keys actually for some, not to give away, but to test just demos. And I normally don't test demos because I've got too many other things to sort of be doing or recording. But there's been a few games that I've really been looking forward to. So I thought we'd go through those as well today. There we go, Battle Mode saying hi, and Quiet Sprints is saying greetings from Lake Constance, there we go, and hi Drexy. So welcome guys, but I thought I'd start off actually with the, I've been getting swooped a lot actually this week with magpies. I don't know if, I realise that there's two different types of magpies. There's magpies in the rest of the world, and then there's Australian magpies, which are completely different. They're a different species, but they were named after the much sort of loved and very gentle, I think they're called the Eurasian magpie. I was looking them up before, back in through here, but this is the nice ones, and then the Australian ones are in their own category basically back in through here. So these aren't crow family. These are their own sort of family, but they swoop and they're quite aggressive. And I thought if you haven't ever seen how magpies actually swoop here in Australia, I'll show you some of the videos. They're hilarious. Like, it's really funny. So this is a kid. I'll just go in. This is a kid being swooped by one.
And Mac Sherwood's scooter ride really gets going.
Just getting smacked constantly.
The 10-year-old was menaced by the magpie.
And they just don't stop. They've got a territory, and they basically they aim for your ears. That's basically what they're trying to do. And so there's a whole heap of people. There's whole videos where they just, like this guy here, is getting swooped constantly, like with magpies, and they're aiming for his ear the whole time. So they just keep on sort of coming back through. I'll just get rid of that one through there. I'll just see where he's going again. Here he goes. You see how he's got his ears protected, so he's at least doing the right thing there. It's really funny. It's sort of funny because it's funny, but you don't know when they're going to do it because they're completely silent. Yeah, is he going to get swooped? Not sure where he gets swooped. Here we go. He's coming up to it. But they'll get going in just a second. This guy, I think, does here we go. So they come in behind. You don't know they're coming. And they're aiming for his ears, or they're aiming for whatever they can get their beaks on. And it's really funny. I mean, it's funny when you're watching somebody else getting swooped. Generally, that's all they do is just what they're doing here, is they just either hit the top of your helmet or do something like that, or the top of your hat. But some of them get really aggressive, and like you can see they're starting to line up now to try to get in underneath his helmet. And it's just constant. Anyway, that's the magpie season in here, like in Australia at the moment. So it's actually, they do it for about 2 months, and but you don't know when they're going to come. And what happens is when they do it, they actually aim for your ears. Like they'll aim for the top of your head initially, and then they'll aim for your ears, and then they'll aim for your actual eyes. And there's people being blinded. There's people die from it as well. Like, it's actually quite dangerous, and it's sort of one of these sort of weird things. But anyway, yesterday I had to go out and get I've got a special hat now to protect my ears for when I'm on my bike. But they're just absolutely crazy. Anyway, I thought I'd share that because they've been getting bad, like over the last month. But yesterday was the first day I got swooped. One of the guys that actually comes to the beach with us, he literally had blood dripping out of both ears yesterday because he'd been attacked by magpies on the way to the beach, and literally, like, it had been, both ears had like one ear was really, like, it was all over his shoulder and everything. Like, it really got him bad. Anyway, that's. Trixie's saying, Australia, where everything is trying to kill you. It's funny because they're really intelligent birds, but just in the breeding season for the 2 months, they really just go crazy. But this guy's got his ears tucked away. If he doesn't do that, the magpies will try to get underneath his helmet and actually get to his ears or his eyes. And that's not fun when they're doing that. while they're doing that, says Wiebenholz, they're trying to. There'll be a nest in a tree around here, and they've got like a territory. And then what they do is the females. My understanding is the females will then go and basically look after the young that they're having, like the eggs and the young chicks, while the males then sit around and actually then just try to protect the nest. And generally, they just swoop and hit the top of your helmet, or the top of your hat, or whatever it is that you've got. They don't tend to worry too much about people that are walking, but if you're on a bike or anything moving fast, that's when they really go for you. And it's funny, with my daughter, when she was little, like really little, I wanted to sort of just show her that there's nothing much to worry about. And so I took her through this park, told her what was going to happen, of course, but we got our bike helmets on and just walked through the park with this magpie, and it was hitting me because I'm much taller than my daughter, and so it was hitting me on the top of the head. And then halfway through the park, it then decided that it could be more effective if it got on the ground and then launched up at us. And I thought, oh God, I've done the wrong thing here, bringing my daughter into this. And so it was actually launching up, trying to get at our faces because it knew it wasn't having any effect on the top of our heads. They're diabolical, absolutely diabolical. Anyway, it's funny because they're really nice birds. It's funny because if you befriend them, so you're not supposed to feed wild animals in Australia. That's one of the things that they tell you not to do. But if I see magpies sort of like in the months preceding this month, I will actually then go, I will make a point of trying to feed them if they're close to home, so that they actually, because they recognise people, and so they tend to, if they see someone that they see, if they recognise someone they see a lot, they don't see them as a threat. So yeah, but they do. Some of them just go absolutely crazy, and you can't get rid of them. Like they actually, they're protected species. So yeah, there's nothing you can do about them. Anyway, that's magpie season. I thought I'd just sort of start off with that. So anyway, I just read a few more of the comments there. So hi, Dargan, how you going? And Vivian also saying Attack of the Killer Magpies. It's sort of, it's funny. Some of them are quite bad. Hi, Miguel, how you going? Rogue 77 is saying, imagine Australia having dangerous and crazy animals. These are, like, because you don't know when they're going to attack, you literally don't know until you've been either smacked on the ear or on the top of the helmet. It's just you. There's no warning. They don't squawk or anything. It's just literally something that it just happens. When it's summer, when it's this sort of season coming into summer, it's not so bad if you've got the shadow in front of you, because you can at least then, because you don't know when it's going to happen, and it generally will happen if you're on a bike. But at least if there's shadow in front, you can see their shadow coming up behind you, so you can flinch at just the right time. But if you're going into the sun, you've got no idea when they're going to actually strike, and there's no sound at all. It's not, they're not squawking as they come. They literally just come in really, really silent, and then they're straight on top of you. You don't know until they're actually sort of whizzing past your head. It's quite funny. Anyway, that's all. I thought I'd just share that with you. A little bit of Australiana, but yeah, they were named after the Eurasian magpies, which are supposed to be quite pleasant from what you sort of read about it. Hi, Varen Games, how you going? Sorry, I'm missing a fair few of the comments here. So Dargan is saying there's a reason a flock is called a murder. It's a murder of crows. I don't know what they call a flock of magpies, because they're not. I thought they were related to the crow family, but in there it's saying it's not. They're not corvids or whatever they are. Corvids are crows, aren't they? That's interesting. I actually assumed that they were crows, because crows are really intelligent and magpies are really intelligent as well. So Jemison saying, all safe here, though our country is in distress. Have been looking forward to the Daz ChatTactic stream all weekend. Some nice distractions. Oh, that's no good. So whereabouts are you, Jemison? Are you in Israel? Oh, for Tel Aviv, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I just went up the top there. Oh, yeah, no, so I haven't really caught up with all of the news, but it sounds horrible what's going on there for everyone. So anyway, I hope it is a distraction, and I hope that everyone's safe and well. It's we live in weird times, just really, really weird times. It's very strange. So they look them up, and they look like crows. They do look like crows. They're about the same size as a crow. Yep, so we've just reading a few down there through there. So Jeremison saying, do the magpies just defend their territory or also take your food? Other birds will take your food, like as in kookaburras, but they don't swoop you. Like, so the kookaburras don't actually swoop. Magpies are the ones that really, they're the main ones that swoop. There's other birds that do swoop, even crows swoop actually, but not like magpies. The crows don't. They're not actually actively trying to make contact with you. So Bubo was saying, is that why Aussies Aussies wear the hats with curls and strings? That's the strings with the corks is for flies and insects, because there's a lot of flies. So yeah, nothing. But the wide brim hat will protect your ears as well. So that's so I've got myself a hat that sort of will come back down over my ears. After I saw this guy's ears yesterday, I thought I'm going to have to get something better than just my bike helmet. Yep, so Roger is saying humans are evil, maybe we should leave Australia for the other species to live without us. So Jameson's saying need to mod magpies into Dom 5, buff them a little and you can steamroll the game. It is funny when you see it, but they are like those. That's good video of those things attacking, but that's what they do. All right, so your metaphor crow's a bastard of magpies, probably, says Bubo. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. So, Sorbigal say, Das, you should try the seagulls in British seaside towns. That's only because you feed him chips all the time. Yeah, magpie. I mean, seagulls are trying to get your food all the time, so they're not actually actively trying to hurt you, but because we've got seagulls here as well. But yeah, that's, I think when people actually when people feed seagulls too much, they get quite aggressive. You can train crows to steal coins. The jackdaw economy is called. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. We'll take ice cream from your hands and your fingers too. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, no, that's again in Australia they try to stop people from feeding animals, and like it's actually frowned upon. So it's sort of people tend not to anymore. So. Yeah, animals, like people still feed like magpies and things like that. Yeah, I'll definitely feed them if they're close by, so that they get to know who you are. But yeah, that's the one rule I do break. Anyway, the giveaway for today is going to be Wargroove. So we've got still got Wargroove 2 giveaway from from last week. So we'll definitely do that at the end of the session. So we've got that one to give away, and of course Next Fest is just launched literally right now. So if we just go back in and have a bit of a look at this, if I go and do this one, is that going to give us the start? No, it's not. It should have. Next Fest should have started. Okay, why is it not starting? Because it should have just launched. Okay, I can't see it there. Just go back out again, have another quick look. It is 10 a.m. Pacific, and the time right now is hang on, that's the wrong date. I'll just go to today's date. Yeah, so it's 10 a.m. Pacific right now. It's 10:13 Pacific. So so it should be there. It should be there. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Drexy, Bellamode saying that to Drexy that seagulls are gangster. Yes. This Bannerman's saying, yeah, Sean told me that's crazy. In the UK, it's a common thing to feed birds in your garden. Yeah, it's one of those things where because it changes what they do, and like it changes their behaviour quite dramatically, like to the point where they can become quite a pest. Yeah, people, it's now just sort of frowned upon. When I was a kid, everyone used to feed all sorts of things, but now they don't. So Drexy's saying, yeah, it was there, and then disappeared for me. Okay, so, well, it's not showing up. So it's the past editions back down through there. I'll just open up a new tab. Come on, Steam, get your act together. that's a shame. If we just go to strategy, that should it won't show it up in here, but it may sort of kick in with the next fest, but it's actually not, is it? So if any of you find next fest, just let me know and I'll see if I can actually then sort of try it again. Availability saying hello, long time no see chat, and Daz up to 3 a.m. Can't see, can see the stream today. There we go. Yes, okay. So if you're here in the east coast of Australia as well, I tend to get up super early. I've got a few things to actually show off actually, which is I'm looking forward to. I don't know. Yeah, this is just strategy games. This is not next fest at all. Yeah, okay. That's a pain in the bum. I'll just do another search. That should be the one that will trigger in. Don't know what they've done. That's really quick. That link works. So this is the sale/next fest. So that should have done it. Okay, so Dusty Monk's saying we need to the Steam client and it shows which link works. Okay, I'll just go back to Steam powered in that case. Let's go back to Steam. They normally have something at the top here when Next Fest is on, but they're not showing it. I'll just go to my actual Steam login and see if that's got it. Special offers. I'm not getting it. Are they not doing it here in Australia or something? Ah, this is weird. This is weird. Use Google search. Okay, let's do that. Steam Next Fest. Now live. There we go. It's the same link that I had. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right. So we don't need to look at the blurb. All right. So we've got it up and running now. There are a few games I wanted to show off that I've got the advanced sort of demos for, and I think that they're games that you guys would like anyway, actually. So I think I'll just go through those, and then we'll have a look through and just sort of see what's actually coming, and if there's any other things that we can sort of pick and see what's actually going on there. I do actually have my Discord open here on this on the screen. I'll just do a refresh of that one to see if anyone sort of added anything else to that one. No, that's okay. So what this is if you are interested in trying to get like a game mentioned or spoken about, just go and pop it in the in my Discord. So under like the ChatTactic Discord, under game chat, just try to add the name of the game and then just the Steam link to it. That way it'll sort of come up with a graphic and all that sort of stuff, and we can then have a bit of a look at it over time. But I've got a few of them in here that I can then sort of talk about, and then what we'll do towards after we go through the Next Fest stuff is then start to go through the ones that aren't on Next Fest that have been added in. So a fair few people have sort of been adding in different games over the week. So we've got a few different things then to talk about. So we'll start with. Well, I've got four that I wanted to just highlight. The one I did actually highlight last week was Solium Infernum, which if I go into here, I can then just sort of grab them. So if I just go and place this one in here, and then just middle click on that one, we can just go straight to Solium Infernum. So you can actually now grab the demo for this right now. So download the Solium Infernum demo. This is very, very polished, I've got to say. So definitely go for that one. That's something I think it's probably my most anticipated game now for the rest of the year. Really looking forward to this one coming. So it's very, very cool. It's like the demo. It's a lot of play that you can do in the demo. It doesn't let you play a full game, but you can certainly get a feel for the game itself. It has got complexity, but the actual individual mechanics aren't too complex. But the combination of them really gives you a lot of choice with what ways you can go. So yeah, second link in DuckDuckGo search says Drexy. There's a link under new and noteworthy at the top. Okay. Anyway, we've got what we need, I think. we'll sort of find it. But Solium Infernum, definitely would recommend this one coming. The original game was incredible. This new game looks very, very cool as well. There's just so much in it. It's they've done such a good job. They've simplified a lot of the actual mechanics, believe it or not, from the original. I played a little bit of the original a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago, just to sort of see what it was, see how it compared. And the original game has got some RNG aspects to it, which I haven't seen in this particular version. I don't know if they'll add them in as something that you can then sort of turn on or off, because we don't know exactly what the final game's going to actually have in it. But it looks really, really cool, like what they've actually done. This is such a good looking game. They've got artwork, and there's a fairly famous artist that does a lot of this sort of work, and I forget his name, but he's done a lot of the work for the cards in the game, and they look incredibly good, like just amazingly good. So anyway, that's Solium Infernum. That's the first big recommendation I'd give. The next one that we'll talk about is, we'll just go back up the top, is you can also download Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. If you're going to grab this one, and I'll just open that one up and click on this one through here. If you're going to grab the demo for this one, you can see they download Terminator Dark Fate Defiance demo. There's a mode. There's two modes of play, and I think that the skirmish mode is probably the most interesting of the two modes that are in there. There is one where it sort of goes through a bit of a story, but to be honest, I find that a bit convoluted. Actually, availability saying Solium Infernum art reminds me of Immortal Realms, Vampire Wars art. Yes, it does look the same, sort of the same, but I don't know if it's the same artist. I find Solium Infernum's the actual art in the game itself, and you don't see much of it until I don't know if Solium Infernum has got the. Just go back down to it again. I don't think you can see much of it in this style of thing. Just see if we can see any of the actual cards, because this is the sort of artwork that he does. It's really, really cool artwork. So it's not the 3D. Like if we go back to the other one, they've got this sort of 3D art, but this is it's just really nicely done, and he's very, very well known for doing this sort of work, and he does a lot of these sort of fantasy type games, with the actual artwork. I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, it's only the one image there that would have been of his, but it's a very, very well done style of graphics. It's only used it's not used for animation at all. Actually, it is sort of. It's sort of got a bit of perspective done to it as well. Hi Tenru, how you going? So Sorbical's saying, I played at Solium Infernum a while back. It's very strategic and best played against other people. I wasn't very good at it. This game, like you can still play single player. I don't know, like it's the new game. I really like. I like what they've done with it. It's really quite cool. But as I say, they have changed a few of the mechanics. For example, in the original game, when you created your I don't know if you can see it there, but when you create your demon or your archfiend, you actually have a choice as to what level of demon that they actually are, and you've got then the actual powers that you end up getting then dictate things, for example, like the amount of tribute that you get. They've changed that aspect a little bit. That's one of the little things that they've done. And so they've now made it that the amount of tribute you get is now coming from the level of demon that you are, and everyone starts at the Baron level. And so you have to decide during the game whether to spend your prestige, which is up in the corner here, which is actually what the game is all about, whether you spend prestige to then go up another level to get more tribute, which then gives you all these different resources. You get more resources. So it's interesting, like what they've done. I really like the decisions that they've made to make the changes that they've made. So there's little things that make it feel like it's made more sense than the original game. The original game was disjointed in a lot of ways. It's still a great game for its time, but but what they've done here is they've just streamlined so much, but kept the feel of the original incredibly well. So anyway, definitely recommend Solium Infernum. As I say, I think it's probably my most anticipated game now for the rest of the year. I can't think of another game that would be able to knock that off the... It says coming soon. Oh, that's actually a worry. Maybe it's not the rest of the year. Last time I looked, that was 2023. Maybe they're pushing it back a bit. So if it says coming soon, it may not be 2023. In that case, it'll probably be next year's. We'll sort of see how we go. Anyway, that's Solium Infernum. Terminator Dark Fate, as we were just sort of saying before, that's... This is also a demo available. If you're going to grab it, don't just... If you play the story mission, there's one story mission at the start. I wasn't impressed with that, to be honest, but I really was with the playing the... which we covered last week, I think. Just actually playing the skirmish mode of it. That was actually really quite good. And so the skirmish mode was... did actually give you, like, it made it sort of, there was strategic decision making inside the attacks themselves, which I thought was quite interesting. I didn't have a good feel yet for the powers of the different units, like as in the rock paper scissors type aspect of it, like where you've got different attacks are better against different things. So it's but this is very, very cool. Roger Gellison saying the artwork looks very metal, but I suppose hell is metal. No, it's just beautifully done what they've actually done. All of the commanders and things are all done on cards, and so they're all done with this art style, which is very, very cool. That's back again with Solium Infernum. So Marcus is saying, I'm going to try out Age of Sigmar, Realm of Ruin demo later tonight. Really looking forward to it. I don't know that one. I know the game, but I haven't ever played it. But anyway, so this is another one that I would recommend that you have a look at. It's massive in terms of the the download. It's a very, very big demo. So if you're struggling with space on your computer, you may not want to grab this one. It's in this case it is really quite big. Solium Infernum as well, I think, is fairly big as well. I can't remember exactly how big that one actually is, but so this is one that's definitely worth having a bit of a look at. This one is coming towards the end of the year, so Q4 2023. So it's on its way, and it looks pretty polished the way they've sort of got that one going. Another one that we've got. Actually, I like being able to do this. This is pretty cool. So if we go back up the top, I've added a couple more in. Mars Tactics, I literally got this one an hour ago. You can see there, I've got two of these. When did we get it? We got the, I've got a couple of different demo previews that came in overnight, but when I woke up an hour ago, and these were sitting in my emails basically to get in before Next Fest started, but I didn't have enough time to sort of do it in here. This is another game I'm really, really looking forward to. So this is Mars Tactics, and I've got a publisher sale on as well for Hooded Horse, so we might have a look at that as well. We might just deviate back up to that and have a quick squiz to see what they've got. So Mars Tactics. Now, the last time I showed this is also coming in 2023. I've shown like when it was coming, and I haven't ever played a demo of the game, so I'm looking forward to playing that one. But this is a game that no one else was interested in. But I really like the look of it, so we might look at the video of this one because I'm on a sell job here to try to sell what this thing does. I'll explain what all this is when we in a minute. Now, the demo doesn't have the strategic elements to it, It's only got like some missions. It's an interesting choice of music. Feels like I'm in a weird music mix. All right, let's unpack it, because I'm going to sell this to you guys again, because I know that you guys aren't interested, or you weren't interested. So Mars Tactics, what is it? Let's just quickly go through. I'll just try to wait until we get to see what's going on. I won't worry about these so much. So choose your faction. You've got two factions. You've either got the capitalists or the workers, basically. So it's sort of like a something where you've got like the capital versus labour. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to take over portions of Mars. Now, in the main game, I think it was around in here somewhere. Just let it run forward. We can then sort of see that the actual strategic layout, this is how I think it's going to then work. The demo doesn't have it, because I did open it up to have a bit of a look. This underneath here is the actual strategic part of the game. So it looks like we've got story, which I don't like. I don't ever like seeing the word story back in through here. But you've got like a war room, squads, territory, and so the idea is that you're taking over like and I believe it's a random map of Mars, of portions of Mars, and so you've got to send squads out to take over the different portions. And then you go in and actually fight the tactical battles. The battles themselves, actually, so this is all tactical battle that we're sort of looking at through there. Connected battlefield. So this is actually the overmap. So the overmap is very much where you're just trying to take over resources. Again, I believe it's all going to be random, but I'm not 100% sure anymore. So, but these are sort of connected where you're then moving your squads in. So you're going to be able to control your squads, your territory, etc., etc. Now, if we go back to the start through here, and if we have a look at this one, you can see you've got suppression elements as well. So you can actually sort of spray your guns. This is actually a fairly big group that's coming into this particular map in this instance. But you can suppress, and then they then lose action points. Each unit has its own abilities. This is interesting as well, like when they do this. This is to show, well, first of all, they're blowing something up, but look at the deformation. I didn't show it. Oh, hang on. God, it's going to be hard to sort of pick this. See how it deformed the area? Tactical freedom. So he's actually now blown the sand up, and is now going inside to use that for protection. So he can protect himself, like get his own cover. And so these, again, would be just showing the various, like you've got full-on combat, but you've also got suppression combat as well, depending on the force that you're then sort of using. And I think everything is deformable. You can see there that the territory is actually deforming as you do your tactical combat. Smoke grenades, tactical teamwork. So that one I think is like a suppression. Yeah, so that's now been suppressed, but it should show, and it probably doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't show anyone else firing from a different angle. Able to switch. Have you heard of switch the music off? I don't know the music in the actual game itself. Anyway, that's Mars Tactics. What else is there to sort of show with this one here? It's got like a, you'll be able to sort of then deck out your different units. So I think this is going to be great for when I play Daz Demption type games on Twitch. I'm looking forward to playing this one a lot, actually, but it's at the moment you can only play set missions in the demo, so you can't actually play the strategic elements. But this is coming this year as well, so I've been looking forward to this one a lot. But it's, as I say, no one ever seems really all that interested in it. But I really like what I see with this. This is your research tree. So when you're playing on the overmap, yeah, you've got sort of like war room, squads, territory, research, markets, and then back to Earth as well, where you can then sort of, I think, order bigger things from there as well. Meta's saying, yeah, 160 beats per minute music on this trailer. WTF. So... Battlemode saying, I like the music. That's the kind of thing my jam through. That's what you dance to, is it, Ben? Anyway, that's Mars Tactics. So that's another one to look out for. That's available. The demo for that one's available. The other one I'm going to show you as well is, this is massive, like in terms of how big it is. This is classified, which is, and I've been downloading it. I think it's probably finished the download now. So I can start these things up if you're wanting to have a bit of a look at them. But I think I'll just sort of show what they've got in through here. And so this one is also just got a demo now for classified France 44. And this is like a bit of an XCOM, but it's sort of less XCOM and more Commando style. It's sort of like there's a few games coming out or have come out, and this game looks good. This one's set in World War II. Like there's another one that I've got called Shadow Gambit. This was incredibly good, and it'd be interesting to sort of see how games like this actually do against something like Shadow Gambit. This one, I'll play this one here.
Classified France 44 is an ambitious new turn-based strategy game set in World War II during the desperate months leading up to the Allied invasion of France in June 1944. In World War II, the Allies of the Free Nations worked together to parachute the world's first special forces into occupied France. Uniting with the French resistance, they wrought havoc on the Germans in the run-up to D-Day. Combat in Classified France 44 emulates real-world fix and flank tactics. Use your firepower to pin the enemy in place, then move to a flanking position to kill them. Cover protects against gunfire, but it cannot shield you and your foes from the mental strain of combat. Suppress an enemy to make them less effective. Mentally break them, and they miss their turn. Every nearby shot and explosion damages morale, so in Classified, every shot counts. A successful infiltration relies on cunning use of your team's special skills. Conceal your squad in cover and vegetation, using distractions and silent takedowns to avoid detection. Thin down the enemy numbers, then, when your squad is in a good position to strike, launch your ambush. Classified pushes the genre in new and exciting directions. Characters have more action points for more nuanced and tactical play. Our flexible Overwatch system allows you to shoot or wait for another target, your choice. Foliage allows you to hide in plain sight. Weapons have a spray area, spelling danger for anyone near your target, including allies. You will start with a squad of elite special forces, then grow your team by recruiting fighters from the French resistance. Each character can be customized with an evolving arsenal of authentic World War II equipment. Choose their loadout and hone their unique abilities as you play. The campaign challenges you to make vital, long-term decisions, with the ultimate aim of building the strongest resistance force before D-Day. On a map of northern France,
Just pause it there for a second. This is, for me, probably the most exciting thing about the game is that you've got this strategic layer based on the map where your choices actually will then give you different bonuses and different benefits, but also the regions of France that you then sort of start to try to get under your control will actually then impact other things as well. So it's quite a, they've tied together the tactical in with this aspect as well, which I'm really looking forward to this. Actually, this is looking like that should hopefully give a lot of replay value, even though the missions look like they're all completely set. This one does actually look fairly cool.
You decide which missions to take, where to spend your resources, which factions to support, which regions to conquer, and which resistance abilities to pursue. What happens on D-Day will be down to your skill and strategic decision-making. Can you do enough to secure an Allied victory? Watch out for more in-depth gameplay videos soon.
Actually, I guess the game that's probably it's most like is actually Jagged Alliance 3. It's sort of in terms of just trying to sort of find a game there for it. Yeah, so Battleman's saying, what game is this? Sorry, this is Classified France 44. So classified is what it's going to be known as, where it's like classified mission, classified information type thing. But it looks very, very cool. I hadn't ever heard of it until they literally, Team 17 contacted me overnight and then basically said, oh, you know, this is coming. And it's sort of, and when I looked at it, I thought, God, the maps look really, really polished. So I have downloaded it, but I haven't, or it was just due to finish just as I was about to start this session. So it should be downloaded by now. But that's, it does look good. The maps look good. It's interesting to sort of see everything is actually just based on grids. So you've got like a tile sort of system is how it's actually all put together, which doesn't look like that when you look at the actual, when you look at the maps themselves, they don't look specifically like actual tiles. I mean, you can sort of see them in through here, but it's, they've done a nice job. The aesthetic of it looks very, very cool as well. There's a fair bit of there's a fair bit involved with this as well. So I'm not exactly sure how the game will play. I'm looking forward to sort of trying the demo to see how that one does go. Okay, so Booba saying saw Edmund do a first impression on this game. Looked good. Are you talking about this or Terminator? Because if you're talking about Edmund from Slytherin, I think that would have been the Terminator game. I'm not sure if the other, like there's also another game which is a little bit like this, which is coming, which is the, Stargate? The Stargate game, but I'm not sure if that actually is the one that is also coming. I don't know if that's actually here. I'll just have a quick look and see if we look at up Stargate. Actually, if I just go back into this location in here. Actually, we're going to look at the Hooded Horse, weren't we?
Peggy 16.
Stargate Timekeepers, that's the one. Do they have a demo for this? I don't know if they do. I don't think they do, actually. No, not yet. So coming soon, so we don't know when this one's going to come. It's funny, I'm not looking as forward to this one because I feel like this one should actually have more random locations, but it's not. This one's all fully scripted as well. So this is like a full-on progression. But I like the idea of the previous one for the simple fact that you actually are going through the different aspects of the game, and essentially going through where you've got the choice as to where you go. So it looks like you've got it. I think it looks like they've done a very good job of that one through there with what's going through. It was this World War II game. Okay, all right. I'm not sure. I haven't heard of this one before actually. Roger's saying France 44 looks interesting. Stealth is much more enjoyable in turn-based compared to real-time. Yes, I think so. It's sort of, and also the other game that we were looking at there before, the if I just minimise this one, the Shadow Gambit. I was really impressed with that. Like that was that for me was. I'm not sure even how that one rates. I meant to follow this one up because. I love what look at that, overwhelmingly positive. This is this for me is the best of these sort of games that I've seen ever, like by a mile. I haven't seen anything even close to what Shadow Gambit does. If you like sort of this agent style game where we're using sort of stealth and doing different things, planning things out, this is exceptional. Like it's just exceptionally good. I'll play this one as well because this one came out in August, so the 18th of August, so a couple of months ago now. But this is a game that I was wanting to actually look to see how it went because I was just blown away when I played the demo of this one. It was phenomenal. I'll just play it.
Ahoy, cursed pirate! Welcome to a stealth strategy game where you'll assemble a pirate crew with unique magical powers sailing aboard a living ghost ship, the Red Marley.
To be on the open sea again.
You're on a quest to find the legendary treasure of the very dead Captain Mordecai. Here's his head. Your journey across the lost Caribbean will pit you against the Inquisition of the Burning Maiden, a bunch of scurvy scallywags who despise the supernatural and use soul-gobbling fire to hunt cursed pirates like yourself. We'll get back to this lot in a wee moment. It's up to you to decide which members of the crew you revive first and who you take on each mission, usually in crews of 3. You best keep out of sight. Wield your crew's magical powers to sneak through enemy territory, complete mission objectives, and take out those Inquisition guards. Or creep past without leaving a trace. It's all up to you, pal. The power of the Red Marley gives us the insight we need for a successful mission. Whether it's spotting the guards' blind spots, or seeing the echo of every move you make. But my hearties, the real treasure lies in her ability to stop time, letting us fine-tune our attack plan. Sometimes all it takes is a wee moment to think things through. Avast ye! Going it solo will only take you so far. When a bunch of guards keeps a close watch on each other, you'll need to combine your crew's magical abilities to take them down. The Marley lets you stop time, size up the situation, plot your crew's moves, execute them at just the right moment, or maybe even all at once. And if something goes wrong, you can revive your shipmates if you get to them in time. It's no bother if something goes really wrong. The Marley's knack to reset time means you're free to experiment, coordinate, and perfect your approach. Each member of the cursed crew boasts unique magical powers, be it getting into position with Gael's cannon, infiltrating defences through the ground with Mr. Mercury, that's me, cutting down guards in the blink of an eye with Aethea, or Quentin gathering bodies, living or dead. Some crew are better than others at swimming, climbing, and carting corpses around. Gather your crew as you please, but mind you, you'll earn extra vigour for neglected crew members hungry to go out on a mission. Fill your vigour and you'll be rewarded with powerful upgrades, one for each crew member. Your quest will take you across the islands of the Lost Caribbean. You'll embark on missions to gather black pearls and soul energy, to revive crew members, and seek clues to Captain Mordecai's treasure. Choose and tackle missions in any order you fancy. Character missions let you plunge deeper into the backstories of your cursed pirate crew, whether you aim to unearth their past,
Count von Pressfeld, is that you?
or help them confront their own demons.
May the flames reveal the darkness of my soul.
Each island has multiple ways to get in, and to get out once your mission is complete. Scout them out and choose the one that tickles your fancy. At the end of each mission, you'll see how you fare. Between missions, you can partake in crew tales, extra adventures aboard the Red Marley.
I need someone who could teach me to become a ninja.
And while you're there, you can chat with your crew to get to know them better.
What brought you to the Marley?
The cooking contest.
And then freely plan your next mission. Did I mention we're not the only lot searching for Mordecai's treasure? Aye, well, there's the Inquisition of the Burning Maiden, led by their cutthroat leader, Ignatia.
A world of agony awaits you.
They despise us cursed pirates and crave Mordecai's treasure to reshape the world according to their grand design. Most of them are pure daft when caught on their own, but you better batten down the hatches, because when their mates show up, you'll wish you had a smarter plan of attack. The fiercest Inquisition guards will need more crew members and careful planning to bring them down. Else, you'll be hunted down by every guard on the island eager to send you to Davy Jones's locker. And that be a glimpse into the world of Shadow Gambit, the cursed crew. Here's a jolly reel of what I didn't have time to guide you through. Challenge rooms, traps, this Italian skeleton, badges, Estelle, mushrooms, progress bars, eldritch plants, this Egypt with a giant bell. There'll be more yet to discover on your quest to find Captain Mordecai's treasure and lay waste to the Inquisition of the Burning Maiden. With the magical powers of your cursed pirate crew, the time-bending powers of the Red Marley, and the vast islands of the Lost Caribbean, the depths you can explore be as boundless as the open sea. Join the crew now, cursed pirate!
Yeah, so that's not on the demo, Next Fest demo, but I thought I'd show it because in comparison to every other of these sorts of stealth type games, there's nothing that comes close to Shadow Gambit. It really is just amazingly good. As you can see there, I haven't actually checked it since release actually, so I'm sort of happy to see that it's got the 95% up through there. What is the exchange rate for doubloons? But this is a game that when I normally don't play these sort of games, but when I did play the pre-release version of it, just to sort of see what it was like, I did a video on it because I was just so blown away by. You can sort of tell that they thought, okay, instead of coming at what theme should we start with, and then we'll make it work. We'll build a game around it, like for example, things like World War II or Stargate or whatever else it might actually be, where there's similar sorts of stealth type games. Instead of starting with the theme, this is how I think that they must have done it. They must have thought, what sort of powers do we want to have in a game like this? What would make it so much more fun than any other game that's ever been made along those sort of this aspect? And from there, I think that they've then sort of found, okay, look, if we have the constraints of sort of like the Age of Sail type thing, where there's not really a lot of superpowers or aliens or anything like this, and then actually find a way to, by using ghosts, they can then sort of do different things with it. So I think they've actually maybe come at the ghost ship aspect backwards, if that makes sense, to make it so that they can actually then have just such an incredible combination of elements in the game. And even like that did a really good job of showing all of the scope of the way you can play the game, but each character does play so differently. It's just an incredible game. So Evan Holz is saying it's made by the same dev that also made the Japanese style one, which is also overwhelmingly good. Yes, they did. The Mini-Me games did. They've had a very, very good pedigree, actually. Desperados 3, Shadow Tactics, which is phenomenal again. So this is very much based on this is a next sort of iteration coming back for something like Shadow Tactics. They had a few of them like that, actually. So Shadow Tactics was their main one. This one was now fairly old, but Shadow Tactics, again, overwhelmingly positive in through there as well. But this, I think, I haven't actually played Shadow Tactics, but I don't know, this Shadow Gambit really is just incredible, like what they've done with this genre of game. When I was just playing the demo, I was literally going, wow, like out loud a lot as I was sort of playing it. So anyway, that for me is by far the best of these. So if I like the look of what we're seeing with, if we just go back to the other one, with the France, the classified France 44. I like the look of what I'm seeing through there. I think it's going to be more gritty, but I don't know how that will compare to. I guess if it's more like Jagged Alliance, then that's going to be fine. It'll be that'll be what it mainly competes with. So, but it is actually it's still got that stealth aspect, I think, with the way you have to play it. Although it probably is a bit more like Jagged Alliance, to be fair. So looking forward to that one though as well. That does look very, very cool. But I do think that the one that's coming, the game for Stargate, I think that will be competing almost directly with something like Shadow Gambit, and I think Shadow Gambit is just mind-blowingly good. So something like Stargate is going to have to really pull something special out to get even close to it. I would guess. Okay, so Sithel's saying, I do like the Ghost Pirates. I made a Civ like that in Gal Civ. There we go. Technically uploaded pirate minds in precursor technology. So Tenra is saying, I don't like the dark setting. I myself prefer Shadow Tactics or Desperados over this game. Yeah, okay. No, it's each their own. But I just think that what they've done by thinking, what sort of powers do we want our little team to have against, and with the constraints of how the enemy will then have to work within that. I think that Shadow Gambit is where else in history could you sort of really take it, where the enemy isn't overly powerful, but your group can be. It's for me, it just works incredibly well with what they've actually done. I really, really like it. If you play something too real, like for example World War II, it then means that you can't have these sort of these super abilities to be able to then go and do things. Unless I guess you had like a Wolfenstein sort of style approach to it. I guess you could do it that way. But anyway, that's classified as well. Let's go back to Next Fest and see what they've got for us. Now got links for it, which is good. So they're broadcasting different games. We'll just bypass all that. Now we want to go through and find strategy games. Actually, Sorpical's saying, have you checked out the Australian Fallout game coming? It's called Broken Roads. I haven't, no. I'll just go and I'll just do a search. Actually, I'll just go and do open up another one of these. Broken Roads. Okay, so that does look interesting. Coming in November. I haven't even heard of it actually. So that's let's have a look at the demo for this this one in here.
They say 1,000 choices lead us to where we are. That changing one tiny detail makes no difference. But 1,000 tiny details. Yeah. That might make you someone else. Someone worth fighting for or against. Or someone who doesn't fight at all. They also say it's the journey, not the destination, and that I can agree with. Being dead's hard to fix. But everything before that, I reckon it's down to courage, good luck, and the sheer bloody mindedness to keep putting one foot in front
Where's the
of
magpies?
the
Oh, there's a kangaroo.
down these bloody roads.
Drop bear bites. Yeah, Roger's saying, yeah, Magpie's DLC planned. You know, look, I'm not sold on that, to be honest. Looking at that, it doesn't really present the game. You don't get a feel for what you're supposed to do, like with this one in here. I don't know. It doesn't look as intricate. Maybe there's other things that would sort of show your philosophical leanings. Let's have a quick look at some of these. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be rushing to try to like. It's not one that I'm looking at thinking, oh wow, I've got to grab hold of this game. For me, it would be a wait and see what people think of it type thing. I think it looks a bit clunky, but yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure on that one. So I think I'll probably pass until I sort of knew more information about it. Right, back to Next Fest. Hi Marco, how you going? Yeah, Cork Hat Physics coming soon. There we go. So Bob is saying you appear in this game, right? Wise and powerful cult leader. And Jamison saying magpies and Vegemite, horrible stuff though, are a must. Vegemite's actually really quite nice. I don't know why it's got such a bad rap, but it's actually it's a really nice spread on toast. It's very, very cool. Yeah, it's a Roger saying if you see a cute bunny in Australia, run. They bite your arm off. It's funny there. All right, let's get into it. So we're going into strategy games. Turn-based. Okay, this is good. So we can sort of look at a bit of the turn-based. Now, I don't know which way we should go with this. Olympian Wars, card-based. Probably, I'm going to have to skip past a lot of these things. So card game, trading card game. Nah, not interested. Okay, this one in here. This is Trapmaster. Roguelike deck builder. Tower defense, card game. Roguelike, which is good. That means random. Looks sort of half interesting. You get the Slay the Spire approach. Oh, no, it's still just cards, isn't it? I don't know if that aspect of it looks fairly interesting. Where it looks like you have to build like a trap. It's almost like Mousetrap. Let's have a look and see what it's got. Oops, hang on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. No, it's just tower defense. No, forget that. Forget that. All right, I should have stopped at tower defense. Let's go back to strategy again. Check them out. Earthless. Roguelike deck builder, blah, 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 blah. Sci-fi based. Just looking at the graphics there. Probably not really anything. So Dusty Monk saying Vegemite is okay, but I prefer Marmite. Yeah, Marmite's nice. I like Marmite actually a lot. Actually, I do like Marmite better than Vegemite. That's the British version of Vegemite, isn't it? Command your bridge here, I don't know. It looks when you got card games, they're so contrived. I like them if they're like very, very good with being either very, very good board game sort of aspects to it. Earthless. He's a card battler. Yeah, maybe not. Wild Country. Deck building. Yeah, card battler again. Nope. Okay, let's go back in a bit more. All Quiet on the Trenches is a survival war strategy RPG. RPG, probably not really all that interested in, to be honest. Storybook of tactics. Make tactical decisions. Cute and colourful. Well, that's me. I'm sold on it. It's a strategy game. I like the idea of this. Let's have a look at that one. We'll play it. It's only 1 minute. No, it's an auto battler, isn't it? You prepare your army. Nah, don't like the look of this one. So let's not worry about that one. Let's go back to, hopefully it'll remember. Actually, I'll middle click on these as we come back through. You've got real time as well. Some of the real time ones could be okay. Zombie Party, I won't worry too much about those, but let's just keep on going through. War bits. This looks like Advance Wars. Sort of. So strategy, turn-based tactics, turn-based strategy. Let's look at that one. I forgot to middle click on it again. So we've got Disco, yeah. Disco Wars. Yeah, don't know. It looks like it's the cards that they showed looked like they were preset maps. It's not a bad thing. Although it looks like you've got, like when we look at this sort of screen here, is that the editor? I don't know. It's a hard one to sort of figure out as to. It looks pretty cool actually. I don't. It doesn't look very polished, but it does look interesting. The game mechanics. I might use a bleeding search black hole. I've turned it down now, so it won't be as loud in future. It looks like the quality doesn't look great, but the actual game mechanics look interesting. This is something I would actually be interested in having a look at. So that was Warbits Plus, wasn't it? Charming little turn-based strategy game where victory is achieved through tactics and determination. Compete with friends locally or online, hone your skills with single-player missions, or battle for glory against other commanders on the community hub. I don't know if it's going to be a big game as such. Yeah, map editor, that's what it was. Yeah, map editor, yep, tag, yep, there we go, season 1, Brawl, Fog, yep, so sneaky maps for Fog of War enabled. It looks interesting. I mean, it's not as polished as, something like Wargroove or anything like that, that's got the same sort of, similar sorts of ways of playing, but it doesn't look bad, actually, so I'll keep that one back there. Let's just go back into here. Go back to the next fest again, and just go back to our strategy games. So turn-based strategy games. We've got so Earthless. Yeah, we looked at this before, didn't we? This was the deck builder. We've done all those. Let's go and get a new batch. Ancients. Already the graphics don't look all that impressive. Historical exploration. I'm going to say no immediately, I think, to that one. Check the maze. So this is casual. Not sure what you do here. Looks like a chess tabletop turn-based tactics war game. Looks like a puzzler. Yeah, check maze. It's it looks like it's just puzzle things where you just go through. We've got Dragon Lair Depths board game. I often don't mind those sort of games. Anyway, we're going to have a lot of these to check out. Tactic Legends. So turn-based tactics, player versus player, multiplayer, 2.5D, isometric. When they have to start using the description of the graphics, it doesn't sound like there's much there. It doesn't look bad, again, just looking at what they've done. But it looks like it's all scripted. Okay, Songs of Silence, Two Worlds at War. Okay, so Dusty Monk saying Nookrium covered Ancients, and I thought it looked quite good. So actually, Nookrium would be a good one to actually find out what he thinks of these coming games, because he plays a lot of these games that are coming. And so Rogue's saying Ancients I'm interested in. Okay, we'll have a look back at that one. It's just the graphics look so terrible. This looks good as well. Magic, tactical, player versus environment, war, adventure. It's got everything. Look at Ancients. Let's have a look and see what this one's got. I keep on pressing the wrong thing with this anyway. Let's go and open this one. It's only 2 minutes. It actually doesn't look all that bad. Looks reasonable. Okay, Michael's saying playing Galaxy 4 at the moment with very small galaxies and maximum sectors, so very, very good and fun. Yeah, there's different ways, so many different ways to play Galaxy 4. Ancients play something like a board game. Well, that's not a bad thing either, actually. Like it does look very contained with the way it does play, and it does look like it's got interesting tech trees and culture trees as well. So that's coming as well. Okay, I might keep that one open as well, and we'll come back. I'll come back and I'm just going to keep the ones open that I'm interested in having a follow up on. This is real time. Where's our guys? So we've got Earthless. Now we've done that one there, haven't we? We've done all of these. There was another one that was mentioned that you guys were interested in. Yep. So Roger's saying a bit like Thea, maybe. I don't know if it's like Thea. That's but it does look very. Yeah, Songs of Silence is the one. What's this one do?
In this realm, light and darkness
So
stand
Brigandine.
divided. Two sides of the same coin. We have existed in parallel, a fragile piece. But now, both worlds are under threat. Our choices define us. Am I really worthy to lead? I don't know why this grand old city fell, but if we pull together, we can rebuild it as our safe haven. True heroes emerge through triumphs and setbacks.
This isn't how I wanted things to end.
We'll find a way to survive. I can't afford to show any weakness now.
Doom is approaching. Chains and silence.
We'll write the song of our destiny, and our song will shatter the silence.
I like what I'm seeing there, actually. If we go back to some... This looks like an auto battler.
The same coin.
Although it looks like it doesn't look like a random map. So it looks like this aspect here is auto battler, because they get to a point where in here where they so they've got the reserves back in through here. They've got the army units going back in. Garrisons. Now this is actually at a citadel. Yeah, you can actually put in different units. So you've got cards that add in. I'm not sure what these cards actually then go and do. Are they units? Yeah, they're units. So they're bringing in different units in through here. I don't know what the garrison does, or the reserves do. But then it looks like as an auto battler where you've then got other cards you can then go and play. So you set it all up, and you position them, I guess, where you want them. And then you go up against the enemy army as an auto battler, because they're not controlling those. So that for me looks really quite interesting. Poor Man's Warhammer says, Michael, I'm looking at it and thinking this is almost like a Dominion sort of style game to a degree, where you've got the where you're building your army for coming battle, and essentially then just watching what it does. But it looks like one of the interesting things with that, it looks like you've actually then got cards you can play during the battle as well.
I don't know why this grand old city fell. True heroes emerge through
So you've got cards that do a lot of different things. So you've got cards in here with this particular battle system. Just go back a bit.
This isn't how
So this is where you've prepared your army.
things to end.
Then you've come in, it's already happening, and so they've got like different cards that they're now playing on the different units. And so this must be how the player then interacts with the auto battle system.
We'll find a way to survive.
Oh, you're giving instructions. Actually, that's what it was. So this is like charge. So it looks like you may be telling your units in through here and here which are watch this. Like they've got this. It's almost like they're pushing. They're telling what troops to do what.
You'll find a way to survive.
Bang! So through they go then and start to attack. Yeah, it looks like you've got different things you can play at different parts of the battle. That looks really interesting. So, so is it a campaign though, or random maps? It looks like it's a preset map, but you've got agency as to what you do. Like if we have a look at it, see why is it like this is like that's not just going to the next level. That's going. It's 4 turns or four phases to move out to there. So you do actually have choice by the looks of where you go. This looks like it could be a really, really interesting game. This is reminding me a lot of Brigandine, but with an auto battle system, and a fairly interesting one with the cards. Yeah, see it looks like you're telling them where to move to, and then you're getting ready to do the attack. I really like the look of this. This is exciting. Let's have a read of it. This is the best of the ones I wasn't aware of. Songs is a story-rich, damn it. Okay, I don't like that. Strategy game set in 2 distinct fantasy worlds, threatened by an all-devouring silence. The game features a unique mix of turn-based kingdom management, exploration, and hero development, contrasted with short and intense real-time battles. So Songs of Silence is a game of epic scale, but it's designed for modern life with maps that can be completed in a single evening. That sounds good as well. Choose your favourite heroes and experience a fully crafted narrative. Oh, God, I hate that. I hate this narrative-driven single-player campaign. Oh, here we go. Or randomised multiplayer maps. Perfect. Okay, so we do actually have the multiplayer. I'm hoping you can actually have an AI play against you with that. But that's actually... So they do actually have the choice. That's good as well. Dynamic real-time battles, and so this one here is unleash your armies in exciting real-time battles and support them by playing powerful combat cards from your heroes. Carefully construct armies from more than 100 different units to counter whatever the enemy might throw at you. Engagements are decisive and focused, only lasting around a minute. The glorious charge of the bull riding Iron Men is truly a sight to behold, which is what we saw there before when we played that when they played that other card. I'm saying we now because I'm actually now. I feel like I'm connected with the person that was playing this particular one. Lead powerful armies and explore randomly generated maps. Use your unique movement system to outwit your opponents and lay deadly ambushes by hiding in the terrain. This looks very, very open. I'm liking this a lot of what I'm seeing here. Songs of Silence offers a fresh take on cards. Instead of collecting and building a deck, our cards represent the unique actions granted by heroes and locations. Each faction and hero has their own distinct playstyle, both on the strategic map and in battle. Choose from hundreds of cards ranging from boosting the growth of your cities to, this is good. This is good. I'm liking it. So I'm definitely going to download that one. That's by far the most interesting one that I've seen so far, which I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to keep that one open. Hi, Jarank, how are you going? And hi to anybody else that has joined us as well, by the way. Jemison saying it mentions that there are random multiplayer maps, so hopefully random IA skirmish maps as well. I hope so indeed. When does it come out? Coming soon. Yeah, we don't know. But there is the demo there. Okay, so I'm definitely going to try that one. That's an absolute. I'm glad we saw that one. Tactic Legends. Oh, we already looked at that one, didn't we? We haven't looked at Spellbounders. Shall just go down so I can read it a bit. Action roguelike spelling game. Turn-based tactics and puzzle. So it's Scrabble. It's a Scrabble battler. a new genre of game. I don't know. I probably won't worry about that one. Then we got Fata Myth. RPG, adventure, strategy, turn-based strategy, JRPG. Doesn't look all that interesting. Attack Hex Island. Looks pretty simple. I think I'll bypass that one as well. Again, Card Battler. Let's not worry about that one. Okay, then we've got Gene Wars. This one was up before, but we didn't actually look at it. So this is strategy RPG, turn-based tactics. They've got strategy and RPG as two separate tags, and they've got strategy RPG as another tag. Don't know, but that's not, I think it's sperm. I think it's they're sperms. Okay, well, I'm not going to play that. Praise Dead. It's an auto battler, but not really. I don't know. Not sure how this one would actually then go and work. Looks a bit too simple, actually. I'm just going to move this one down a little bit so I can sort of read them a bit more effectively. Okay, tactical turn-based, story-rich. Yep, story-rich is enough for me to say no. This one here is Lucky Hero, which is a roguelike deck builder. So Battle Mode saying nothing is grabbing me from this lot, to be honest. What about the Songs of Silence? Surely that would. That looks very, very cool. Gene Wars is an old RTS from Bullfrog. It is, isn't it? This has nothing to do with like that either. Like that was completely different, I think, from memory. Emplacement, turn-based strategy. Yes. What do we do here? We've got strategically. What does it do? Hang on. Recruit units. That's maybe okay. Let's have a quick look at this one. Just see how this one goes. I actually don't mind the look of that. I'm going to keep that one up as well. I'll keep that one there as well because that one doesn't look bad as well. It says coming in 2023, but it's only got coming soon there now. But there is the demo there as well. There's a fair few here that I like the look of. Yeah, build base, gain resources, build an army, kill the king. In place of an innovative and strategic turn-based game that combines elements of tile laying and combat. The game is played on an isometric board with each player taking turns. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, there's scenarios, which I wish it was more open, but maybe it looks like it is open with the placement. Yeah, 5 unlockable armies, survival mode. Okay, that sounds good. All right, we'll just stop that one from playing. So I'm going to keep that one open. Let's go back to the list. Go to the next one. The Origin of Hope. Turn-based tactics. No, let's not worry about that one. Dethroned. Roguelike Army. Yeah, Mage Commander. This one's an auto battler as well, it says. Yeah, Battle Mode saying, but story-driven kind of puts me off. It does for me as well. It does for me. That's usually enough for me to not bother with a game. Dethroned. This looks... I might open that one up. And this one only goes for a minute. Actually, before we... Rather than just looking at the graphics... which looks interesting because it's got the tiles where you bring in things in, unless you're in a ruler of in Dethroned, an army building roguelike with short runs, tactical but dynamic fights, and infinite possibilities. Choose a mage, hone unique abilities, hunt for spells and artifacts, explore an unpredictable world. That sounds good. That sounds good. So what do we got? We have assemble a team of extraordinary creatures, build your influence, level up your mage, discover powerful artifacts to recover the lost realms. The unique combination of carefully designed locations with procedural generation makes the world different every time and filled with interesting places. Complete quests to expand the world. Each mage once ruled their own realm. Okay, you've got 5 playable mages, 40 fantastic creatures, 30 artifacts, 20 hand-designed small locations with unique themes. A world that evolves between adventures, new locations. You have dynamic. I like it. I like it. It sounds like it's nice and fast as well. Yeah. So there's a few like Across the Obelisk, for example, is a game that I never played, but I was interested in that one. But this is I'll keep that one open as well. I'm getting a bit of a list in here, so we'll have a look at that one later on as well. So we've got Spell Rogue. It's just another one that's a bit. That's not spelling as in Scrabble. It's not a Scrabble. It's not a Scrabble battler. Not really interested in that one. Moss Root. No, not interested. Write Down and Dice. You know, it's just saying the anti-story people are so funny to me. Hey, actually, that's a good thing. We are anti-story people. Well, certainly Battlemode and myself are. Battlemode's saying, I enjoyed a good CRPG, currently playing Under Rail, it's so good, but I'm less enthusiastic at strategy games with stories. Prefer to build my own stories in them. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's sort of funny because I've been playing a little bit of what's it called? Symphony of War, which is very, very heavily story driven, but I'm really enjoying that a lot. So that's actually that's one. Yeah, so there are exceptions. Okay, let's go through Twilight Wars. There's turn-based roguelike. No, it doesn't look all that good, does it? Strategy game, but with a penguin who has a sword. Perfect. Got to get that one. No, it's Classified, which we were just looking at before. Cobalt Core, the card game. I think I'll just skip past anything that says card game. What's this one here? This is Avalog. Chess, but something. Chess, but different. Yeah, let's not worry about that one. Keep on going. But I'm saying, to be fair, I really like Fire Emblem games, and those are very much story-driven. Yeah, there are exceptions, but I think as long as for me, it's the replay value. That's why I don't like Brigandine, for example, is very heavily story-driven, but it's got incredible replay value, and a lot of the other ones do as well. That's interesting. This is more of a like matching the pieces type thing. Yeah, I won't worry about it though. Looks a bit boring. Battle of the Zodiacs. Nope. Doesn't look that interesting either. There's Trapmaster. We looked at this before, weren't we? Yeah, we decided not to bother. And Mortis's Chronicles, looks like a story. Yep, story rich, there we go. That's enough for us to stop. Meteor Down, card game. Break the Loop. Yeah, I don't like those sort of battlers, to be honest. Those sorts of combat, the Darkest Dungeon style combat I don't really like. Lone Star, yeah, card battler. No, forget that one. It's the trouble, you sort of get so many different games, but forgotten but not unbroken. Yeah, it looks, I don't know, looks like a bit it doesn't look as polished as the other one that we're looking at, the France one. Mike's Garden. Yep, no, that's my wife would like that one actually. She likes these sort of games, but anyway, that's not what we want. Fly with the Yellow Crane. Drama. After playing Brigandine, I don't ever just like bypassing these sort of games just in case it's another gem like Brigandine. Shambles, Deck Builder. Let's not worry about it. Checkmate. Shadow. No, I don't think so. One-Armed Bandit. No, that's a... okay, I'll just skip past a few of these now. Beacon Patrol. Yeah, casual game. I don't mind casual games, to be honest. Just, relaxing type games. This one here. I'm probably bypassing some good ones here, but I'm just going to keep on going. Yeah, it looks too simplistic. Sandwalkers. I've heard of this one. Hex Grid. This one, it's still got the Darkest Dungeon style combat. But I think that this one actually was a fairly interesting one. From memory. Let's have a look at that one. So we've got Sandwalkers back and through here. And yeah, roguelike turn-based game. I think this is random, like a random map when you play it. I forget how I heard about this one here. Roger's saying, sounds like there's a demand for a tag of story poor. Yes, absolutely. This game, though, let's have a look at it. It's a roguelike turn-based exploration game. Build your team, traverse varied hostile environments, face countless dangers, and gain knowledge that will help you find and resurrect the mother tree, Umama. So, if we have a bit of a look at what it does say. So it's been in development for a while. That's probably why I've heard of it. It's been around for a long time. It may have even been the last Next Fest. So lead a caravan of specialists, unravel the mysteries. Okay, so while managing your food supplies, explore the different regions and benefit from the various biomes. Does it say that it's random? I'm pretty sure it is random. Ever-changing landscape. Just sounds good. It looks like an interesting game actually. So I'll leave that one open as well, and I'll see what I can find out about that one as well. So 13 playing cards back through here. Last Flame. Nope. Tea and Grow. Nope. Let's not worry about that one. One Who Stands Behind. I think I've heard of this one as well. But I'll let that one go. I'll let that one go as well. Fight in the Trenches. World War One. I'll let that one go. There's Warbits Plus. We've already got that one up there, I think. Yep, we've got that one. Ancients. We're back here again. We're back here. What's happening? There's Mars Tactics, which we've already covered. Can't wait for this one to come out. It's looks really, really cool. Prototype. Chess for idiots. What's this? Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, not interesting in a weird way. Not a we've got to look at it type thing. This looks like it's just a card battler. Yeah, card game. Let's not worry about that one. There's Solium Infernum. There we go. The game that I'm really looking forward to. So that one is actually in here. Sky Settlers. Build Your World. It's a puzzle sandbox. I don't think we'll worry about that one. Auto Heroes. Don't think we'll worry about that one either. Battles. Is that what it's called? This tabletop. Turn-based tactics. Yeah, it doesn't look all that interesting. I'll just skip past a few of these ones. Master of Chess, Legendary Creatures, no. Come Together, Battle for the Board. These are sort of games I would happily play, but I'm now being a bit fussy. So this is yeah, I won't worry about that one. We're back to there again. Okay, so we've gone through all the turn-based. That's not too bad. Saying take a phone call. We'll keep an eye out, but please enter me in the giveaway. Will do. No problem at all. Okay, so let's go through and look at some of the real-time. I'll just bypass. Prototype was in both, I think. Yeah, it was. There it is. So, what is this one? Real-time strategy. Yeah, it's made itself up into the turn-based. But anyway, Cats on Duty. Let's not worry about that one. Overload. So Sandbox Skyline. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Just a relaxing game. Terminator, there we go. We've got Terminator, we've covered that one. Sling Kings, Supercharged Chess. Yeah, let's not worry about that. I do like chess, but probably not like this. Celestial Empire. It's pretty interesting, but I don't think we'll worry about it there. Return Alive, Looter Shooter. Yeah, let's not worry about it. Mice Guard. No. It's the trouble with the real-time games. You get so many that are just, whereas you're just running around, running and gunning, basically, which I don't particularly like. Dungeons 4. Realm of Ruin. Here we go. This is the Age of Sigmar. So this is the demo for that one there. Yep, this is an Age of Sigmar game. Let's have a look at that one. So you only save 10% at the moment. That's actually pretty poor. Game overview trailer. Look, I won't worry about it. I won't go there because we'll got a fair few other things we need to do in this today. So we'll just keep on going through, just see if there's anything that sort of really grabs. Micro Civilization. No, that's just a clicker. God, how is clicker a positive? Last Train Home. That's supposed to be pretty good. That's a good looking game, but I won't cover it at this stage. But it's interesting that they do actually have. It's the fact that they've got the this one in here. It's beautifully done what they've actually done with this one here. I think it's story driven though. Anyway, let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. Ascent of Ashes. Now, I've been trying to play this one a little bit. I have trouble playing it, so I'm hoping that eventually this will become good. It looks interesting, So I'm sort of looking forward to playing that one eventually. And that's all we've got there. So then we're back to the cats on duty again. Card and board games, tower defense, grand strategy. Yeah, there's Mars Tactics. Yeah, actually, this is probably the one we should have gone to. Yeah, all of these ones that we were looking at before. There's not very many in there. What else have they got? Management games. Not really interested in those. Farm Manager. Now, this is actually placed in my areas actually. So I might just have a quick look at this one here. Pioneers of Pagonia. Was this the one we were looking at before? No, this is different again. So let's have a look at this one here. You're going to play? Looks like settlers, doesn't it? Where's the battles? Where's the combat? We're already 2/3 of the way through the video and we're just seeing building. Where's the armies? Here we go. The music's changed. Yep. We didn't actually get to see anything. Oh, it was from the original makers of the Settlers. There we go. There we go. Well, that's interesting. So, look, the fact that it's made by the guy that designed the Settlers is... I'm going to keep that out as well, actually. That does, and this was actually added to my Discord. So... Should we just go back to have a quick look at again, just see if there's anything else that is worth having a look at through here. Sky Settlers, yeah, we won't worry about that one. The Chateau, but the Kingdom. No, let's not worry about that one. I'll just skip past these unless something really grabs our attention. There's Mars Tactics again. Yep, no, that's okay. All right, so that does look good, actually. I think I might try that one. I've got a fairly big list up there now. What's this one here? This is base building. Foundry I saw before. Is this a this is a Paradox game, I think. Is it the one? No, that's Dream of Office. That's not Foundry. There's Foundry there. Yeah, I think that Paradox putting this one together. It's a bit like Factorio, but don't know if I'm interested in that one. God, everything's switching around. Anyway, let's not worry about it. What we'll do is we'll leave that there. I'll just quickly go back through my Discord because what I've been asking people to do is to actually just go in and pop things that you know where they wanted to have a bit of a discussion and on ChatTactic. So we'll just go through the ones we haven't actually gone through. So Falling Frontier, okay, this is cool. So Sorbicola has actually added this one through. This is exactly what I want you guys to do. So thank you for doing this. This is great, actually. Thanks, guys. This is awesome. So we've got a so Falling Frontier. Now this is actually Falling Frontier is one that I'm going to have to try to now keep all these other things separate. Let's go to Falling Frontier. This is now. This is Hooded Horse. We've got the publisher sale. Let's actually, before we go to Falling Frontier, let's do the publisher sale first and just see what they've got on special. Because, yeah, Against the Storm, 35% off is reasonable. Soviet Republic, I don't know what that one's like. It's got 12,000 very positive user reviews. I don't know anything at all about that one through there. Clan Folk, 25% off. Again, very positive. Against the Storm is exceptional. This is overwhelmingly positive. This is the best city builder that I've ever played. I absolutely love it, but I don't cover it much. Now, Nikis, this is actually something that I've also got, but I haven't actually, I haven't covered it properly yet. I just haven't got to it. And it's pretty cool. So very positive in through that one through there. That's 50% off. So very, very cheap for that one there. Then we've got the Super Fantasy Kingdom. No idea what that one actually is. That's coming in 2024. Manor Lords is coming. Now, this is still saying 2023. Why is Manor Lords not on the demo list? I was actually wondering where that one was. It still says 2023. The fact that it doesn't have a demo is actually quite unusual, to be honest. Beyond These Stars, yeah, coming 2024. Nova Roma coming 2024 as well. Again, I don't love these sort of games, but I like this one looks pretty clean. Could be interesting to see what that one actually does have. And of course, they've got their grand strategy games. So they've got 30% off Terra Invicta, which is a great game, but just impossible to do a video on. Old World, 25% off as well. So there we go. That's actually not too bad. They're not great. Like they're nothing that's sort of like 75% or 80% off. Alliance of the Sacred Sons. That will be good as well when that one does come. Looking forward to that one. 2024. Epioscracy. Not really interested in that one so much. Heart of the Machine. Oh, Arkham Games with Hooded Horse. Arkham Games did, what was the game? There was a couple of games that they put together, space games, but I can't think of what it actually was. They do some interesting games, actually. So, turn-based tactics, yeah, Mars Tactics is one of theirs coming this year. Menace, this is one we looked at last week. Again, it looks really, really cool. So can't wait for that one as well. God, they've got some good games. Xenonauts 2, 25% off Xenonauts 2 is a good one as well. That's actually pretty cool. Empire Undergrowth, I've never played that one. 20% off, 30% off there for Nebulous. This is a difficult game. I've tried to get used to it, but I think it's a game that just requires a fair bit of application to sort of get the feel for it, and I just haven't got there. We've got Falling Frontier. Actually, that's still coming in 2023 as well. I don't know if they will be. Like it's sort of. I thought the development of this had slowed down a little bit. Really looking forward to this as well. I'm going to have to revise my most anticipated games list. I think for the rest of the year, because this would be right up there as well, along with Solium Infernum, and then Fragile Existence coming in 2024 as well. God, they've got not just a good stable of games, they've got an incredible stable of games. Hexen Hunters, no idea what that is, 2024. Way of the Wrath, 2024. Combat, this is, I thought this one was already out. Then they've got Breachway. What incredible games they've got. Management, there's Blacksmith Master 2024. Wow. It's popular titles on sale. Here we go. So Terra Invicta, yeah, 30%, 50% off there for Nikis is not too bad. Actually, I think I did do a video on this one. I did do it. It was pretty cool. Actually, it was a pretty cool game. Yeah, so it was sort of, yeah, it wasn't bad actually, that one there. Against the Storm, I'd probably say that's probably 35% off for Against the Storm is probably the best, but I would have thought that there would have been some that would have, oh, there's a 90% off. Okay, so you can pick up the Heroes of the Aegean DLC for 90%. So if you've got the base game, that's worth getting. Pharaohs is only 10%, that's only just come out. So that's fair enough. But yeah, a lot of them aren't really all that special, are they, with what we're sort of seeing there? Let's have a look at some of the other ones anyway. Let's just go back to Falling Frontier. So this one is Conquer the Vast Procedural Generated Star System in Falling Frontier, a sci-fi RTS for Intel and Logistics. That's coming later on this year. I don't think we have much to look at with this one. So what I think we'll do is I think we'll park this one and come back to it when there's more information, because there's no demo for this one just yet. So let's not cover this one in any great depth right now, but we'll be aware of it. It's actually in the list, so that's good. I'm glad that it's, this is what I'm really hoping for. Menace we covered a week ago, so so I think it was last week that we did this one here. I've contacted Hooded Horse about this one, so when this one does come, just click on that one through there. So yeah, this one was made by the developer of Battle Brothers. And so this is one that I've already contacted Hooded Horse about this one for when Menace does come. But this looks very, very cool. Like, this looks very, very good. So yeah, a strike force of Marines, mercenaries, criminals on a distant system. So it's yeah, that's so again, we've sort of covered that one recently. So but it's great to actually have these sitting in here for when things actually do happen. Fragile Allegiance, again, this is another one that that we will keep track of as it gets closer. Again, I don't think we've got anything we can actually look at just yet with this one. Yeah, 2024, this one's coming. This one does look good. It's got some interesting aspects about it. Again, they've got some incredible games on the way. Fight for Survival. So we'll cover these again in more detail. I'm just going to skip through a lot of these now and then come back to them when they're sort of in a position to talk about them, like if there was a demo available or something. So we'll come back for that one through there. Then we've got Pioneers of Pagonia. We just covered that one just before. That one does look good. Just read what you guys are saying about this one. So it looks interesting. Any idea how it compares to the other city builders? And V is then sort of saying there's a demo you can try, but I think this seems like it's going to be the true successor to the old Settlers. It does, doesn't it? It's a city builder similar to that style. If you like the Settlers kind of city builder, you'll love this. I just tried the demo, but overall it felt very alpha, not really even beta. That's Red Rum. So that was, and so yes, I can see that. Let's hope that the early access launch on the 13th of December, they'll keep improving it and adding the roadmap features. The original Settlers was really quite exceptional. Played the demo, felt the game lacked any challenge at all. There we go. So a few of you are now commenting about what's going on there. So this is exactly what I want for these. So it's great that you guys are using this one here. We've got Dusty Monk has put Robin Hood, Sherwood. So this is a Robin Hood Sherwood Builders. What's this one? I don't know if people are putting up like jokey type things. This is it's coming soon. It's an action adventure RPG with city building elements where you take on the role of a classic hero who stands up to tyranny. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how this one will compare. Let's just wait for that one to develop a little bit more. Then we'll come back to it. What does it do? It's an action adventure RPG. So it sounds like it's story-driven. Maybe not. Actually, that looks pretty interesting. It's all within an open world environment that you can... Actually, that's not bad. Okay, so this is actually Sherwood itself. That strategic map looks interesting in there. I don't know if we've got a copy of it. There it is. What is this one? Or is this just the... that's not actually a map. This is, or is it? Not sure how this actually works. Okay, that does look interesting. So we'll come back for that one. Lucia's saying, Daz, did you play ORX? No, I haven't. I don't know that one. So, you know, I'm missing so many comments here, guys. I'm sorry about this. I'm just going to run out of time. If I go back through, so I'll just do anything that's got an ChatTactic that I can sort of pick up and see. I want a Majesty 3. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Or a Warlock 3. Actually, probably even better, even more cool than Majesty. Okay, we've got Terminator Dark Fate. Yeah, so I added that one in. Mars Tactics I added in. Classified France, Star Trek Infinite. Now, we had mentioned this one before. This one we did this one last week. If it has no star lanes, I'm in. So we don't know much about it yet. This is still coming. It's pre-purchase. This is from Paradox. It's sort of like Stellaris, but within the Star Trek universe. So we won't cover that one so much today. We've got Dotage. Now, this was actually added in, but I didn't have to look at this one just yet. So we'll have a quick look at this one here. So actually, Redrum saying, I'm not sure if you've tried this one. I just picked it up and think it's pretty good. Could end up being one of my top games of the year. Wow, okay, that's interesting to know. So let's have a quick look and see. So we've got the, we will just go back in and play this. It's only a minute. That voice won't get tiring quickly, will it? What was that? They're all throwing up. Hang on. Yeah. Sick.
Dot age.
That looks good, actually. I like that. Look at that one. That looks very, very cool. Oops, hang on. Sorry, we've got that one playing again. Yeah, very positive. 97%. Wow. I'm going to have to get hold of this one. I'm going to leave that one open. That's 15% off at the moment as well. That does look good. So, you're the elder of, you have a vision of a doomed future. So you have a handful of pips, your fellow villagers, and lead them to an empty valley to start anew. Turn-based village builder, so Dotage has a deep worker placement mechanics inspired by board games. Build your village and assign your workers to their daily tasks, grow crops, herd animals, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then the memories of the elder are unclear. So each run will be different, with new buildings to discover. Play with more than 200 buildings, 30 professions, and 70 resources. Each turn, the domains, the forces that govern the world will unleash increasingly powerful events on your village, from poison. It looks interesting, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. This looks very, very interesting. I'll actually follow up on that one. There's no demo for it, but oh yeah, there is. We do have a demo. But this game is already released, so that does look good. And then we've got Drax, or DR4X, which is... I haven't played this one yet, actually. I'm not sure how far along in the development this one is now. So we've got this... Oh, there we go. It's been released for a little while. 91%, that's good. So we've got 24 user reviews back and through there. It's still early access. I do sort of see that there's a lot of changes coming in with it. A weird fast-paced 4X game with asymmetric factions and roguelike elements where skirmishes are won and lost in under an hour, including a campaign with 5 endings. There we go, that's pretty cool. Inspired by Majesty, XCOM, Conquest Elysium, and Warlords. So that's all very, very good. We've got the... what else we've got through there? Actually, how much is this one? Yeah, $14 for that one through there. I don't think there's a demo for that one. But, so that one is available. It's good that that people like it so much. There was fast-paced, bite-sized, turn-based 4X gameplay, packed with endless choices and asymmetric factions. This is on my try list. I just haven't got to it yet. Kinetic, fast-paced, story-rich, highly customizable, asymmetric gameplay. Yep, that's all cool. You can pet a dog. Yes, that's right. You read that right. Okay. Read more. The game provides a in-depth skirmish customizer, allowing you to design and share distinct fantasy settings, complemented by a broad range of gameplay choices. decide your world's age, blah, blah, blah. So we've got all that sort of stuff in through there. Research game-changing technologies. Do you want to fight other empires or perhaps defeat the monsters infesting a realm? Or yeah, so the choice is yours. So it looks like you sort of design your own adventure, I guess, in that one through there. Yeah, so Wiedenholz, it's made by Untrusted Life, the guy from your Discord. Yes, yeah, I'm aware of that one through there. I don't know if he's in here today, actually. So Weird is definitely the world for Drax, says Battle Mode. So, yeah, so that's anyway. That's there as well, and yes, it has sort of a lot of the development has been done on my Discord. I don't encourage that, by the way. If you are a indie developer, I think by far the best way to do that is to have your own Discord rather than actually to be sort of using other things. So it's one of those things where I've had to be really careful not to overly play the game, which unfortunately then means I probably underplay it. if that makes any sort of sense. Anyway, we've got Tenru is saying I can already see the 100 DLC for each faction coming. That's for the Star Trek one, yes. Now we've got the next one. We've got Rule the Waves 3. I did want to mention this as well, by the way, guys. We've got there is actually Rule the Waves 3. There is a ship design coming for this one here, which I'll just show it to you, because if you do actually have the game, or if you want the game, what's interesting about this particular one is that you can see that every person entering the contest and making a valid submission will receive a Matrix store voucher worth $15 US, and the contest winners will also receive a voucher worth $30. So I think that means that the winners will get $45. And so if you want the game, you could probably grab the game now. Does it say when it finishes? I think it does. It finishes. Yes, submissions close October 16th. So you've got about a week to sort of get your entries in. And so so basically, if you like the game itself, if I go back to the actual game, go in there, so you can essentially get it for $15 off, or if it's $40 in there, that won't be Australian. Yeah, so it's $40 US, $58 Australian, and so this one here is, and it's a pretty amazing game for modelling around the turn of the 1900s, for fleet mechanics and fleet management, ship mechanics. The ship designs really play a big role in what does go on with the game itself. It's a very, very good game, the way it's sort of been done. And it's quite realistic the way it does play out. So, but if you are interested, there is that competition. So you can essentially, if you wanted to grab the game, you can grab the game, and then if you then within the week put your submission in where you design one of the ships, it does have to be I'm pretty sure you can do the designs right from the very, very start. And each faction, each country, will actually have its own technology. So sort of have a bit of a look at the game, pick and choose which one you want. For example, Great Britain's going to be able to build the biggest of the ships. So I'm assuming that most people will be playing as Great Britain, but Germany also has some interesting things. Sabosco is saying, how's the learning curve for Rule the Waves 3? It's up there, but not onerous. It's not terrible. It's a game that it's almost like a bit of a simulation as well as a playthrough. You do get some ships at the start. Some of them aren't great, but that's what you inherit. So you sort of inherit. It's almost like a bit of a random start each time you play it. It's historical, but loosely historical. So you don't quite get the exact ships that the fleet started with, and then you've just got to build them up. And so it goes all the way through from pre-dreadnoughts, like from the 1890s, all the way up to the 1970s with aircraft carriers and aircraft and things. So there's a lot that you can do. But yeah, it's not terribly difficult to play. It is fun to play. It's actually it's a pretty cool game. I've got a series on it, and I did do a video on the how to design the game as well, like how to design ships. So I sort of go through how to do that. And the thing I'm actually most interested with this is if I just go back to the messaging through here, is that I'm one of the judges, but that's what I mean. It's Drakenfell is one of the other judges as well. And I don't know if you've ever watched any of his videos, but he is so detailed in this era of ships. It's really, really cool. So he's sort of a historical YouTuber, like he does historical videos, and I love his content. So I'm sort of looking forward to being able to sort of see what his comments on the different designs that come through will be, actually, which would be very, very cool. So Sizzle's saying, would not Japan be able to build the biggest battleship? They did in real world by quite a margin. Not in the 1890s, I don't think. I'm pretty sure. In fact, can you even play them in the 1890s? There's a few different starts, actually, not just two. There's you've got a 1920 start, and you've got a 1900. These are the different starts. So 1890, 1900, 1920, or 1935. I think even in 1935, I'm pretty sure they still weren't able to build the biggest at that stage. But Britain certainly in these early years, Britain and France are the ones that have got the ability. Germany is more pocket size, but actually has better guns. I think it's sort of the way it does work. So so this is still saying, that was more during World War II. Maybe the 1935 start would allow it, but the game is wanting you to, like this one here is wanting like category 2 is from 1890 to 1920, so any of the other starts in through there, and then the 1920 Dreadnought design is sort of like from the 1920 start. So if you play the game, you've essentially got those different starts. But they and it's quite interesting the way it does sort of play out. With everything as well, and the technology and things, it's quite an interesting game, very, very interesting game. So anyway, that is coming. I did mean to mention that probably earlier actually than what I have. So that is something that is going to be interesting. So in 1 week's time, essentially, it's going to be the competition will then sort of finish up, but it's not difficult to design a ship. So and all you have to do with the ship designs once you actually sort of get them is to just go and see if I can sort of just go through and find where they actually are. These, I don't know if it'll show the actual ship design screens for them. This is the combat in the game. It's quite detailed, very, very detailed. Every shot is modelled. The guns, whatever type of guns that you've got on the ships that you've got, well, everything is modelled when you're doing these battle simulations. They're quite interesting. This is the actual ship design screen, essentially. So this is a 1957 ship, for example, a heavy cruiser, but it's just got all there's so much involved with what you do. But spoiler, you can just go and click there's an auto design. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. You can just basically click on auto design, and it will actually then at least build something for you that works, and then you can sort of start to tweak after that. So you don't have to just go and use, you don't have to build everything completely from scratch. So if you're doing the competition, pick your country, because they do actually have different size ships that they can go and build. But then just pick it from there, auto build, and then just start to tweak. That's probably the easiest way to do it. You can colour as well, you've got additional armament back up through there. They want to see this screen and the additional armament screen. There's a graphics screen as well to deck out the ship. It auto builds the look of the ship, but you do actually have a graphics thing as well there to change those if you do want that. But yeah, this is sort of like getting more involved. You can zoom right in on the ships. I mean, just from that sort of very, very basic sort of aspect, you can sort of see this is the smoke coming up off their smokestacks. If they start to burn or anything like that, you get even more smoke. This one here is on fire, I think, this German ship. And so it's actually creating even more of a smoke screen for the fighting. It's a very, very interesting game. Very, very interesting. So Tenor is saying, is the UI contest with the picture included, or is it just about the picture on to the left? It's the whole design. What they're going to be evaluating is the way that you've decked out your gun. So Well, I'll tell you how I'm going to be doing. I'm pretty sure that Drakenfell and Brother Munro is the other. Like the three of us will probably have different things that we focus on when we look at it. But as I say, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Drakenfell actually does come through and actually talk about, because his videos are incredible. Like just in terms of the depth that he goes into with all sorts of different things. So you've got stuff. I won't go through it in too much detail, but like if, for example, if you build a ship that like you've got to find a balance between the main guns in through here. So these are only in this particular design. This have only got like 8-inch guns back and through this other side. The quality of the gun also matters, because that's going to impact the accuracy and so on and so forth with the way that it would sort of then be structured. I hope that they give us the save file for these as well. Like I would love to be able to look at the gun data for just to make a better evaluation, because all of the guns actually do have different things. So these are not very powerful at this like in 1957. Having 8-inch caliber guns is actually relatively small, and so this is they've got these are the different positions on the ship where they actually are. So all of these things have a bearing, and particularly with the ships that are older. I don't know if they've got an older design. But it's not hard to do. It's not hard to make them. So this one here, this is a German battleship, the Braunschweig, which is actually a class of 1900. So this has got like the displacement. It'll give you some information. So the gun caliber here is 8-inch guns on this one here. Like this is like 60 years prior to the other one that we saw with the 8-inch guns. Now these are going to be less accurate, but in this era, these were actually these guns were about as big as you could get. Like you get 9-inch guns, maybe actually they can go even bigger. I think you can go up to even 12-inch guns at this stage. But all of these things actually have a bearing on just how effective the ship will actually then end up being. And for taking damage, if we go back, I'll just see if I can find another one that does go through the actual design of it, because you need to basically have like how many inches of protection you actually have, like around the belt of the ship, like around where it's likely to get the deck as well. Everything needs to have a degree of armor, and so if you have somebody with like extremely long range guns but hardly any armor, then that may be viable if their speed is fast enough. But if the speed is not fast enough for them to be able to keep at maximum distance, then that ship becomes extremely vulnerable to even small ships. So it's just interesting. The combination of things is really, really quite interesting. And the game does model that. Like when we look at these battle sort of scenarios, the range, trying to keep the range of your ships at optimum range is also quite interesting. You can see through here one of the orders was misunderstood, and so the fleet that's selected is actually now going off and doing its own thing for a little while. So it will play out. I think it plays out in one 1 minute turns essentially. So you give it orders and they just sort of play out for 1 minute when they're in battle. This is sort of like a typical sort of like battle scenario where this is aircraft carriers that are trying to sort of deal with the Japanese, for example. This one's hit by a missile. Torpedoes are massive in the game as well. There's the aircraft later on in the game. That's just going through how it's sort of then played. That's technology. It's essentially sort of looking at the zooming right out to sort of see where things actually are. This looks like it's 1900. So 28th of April 1900. There's another battleship, 1900s class battleship, with smaller guns. And we saw that. Yes, it's got 8.5-inch belt armor. So it's just got your armor placements, for example, there. This one's got 4 10-inch guns actually. So it's got the 10-inch guns there, and then it's got some smaller 12 7-inch and then 12 3-inch with the actual different sorts of armament. For example, if you don't have like a lot of small guns, then it means that you're going to be very susceptible to very quick-moving torpedo-type destroyers, for example. So it's quite interesting. Like all of those things have to be thought of when you're designing these ships, even where they're going to operate. Like having a radar that has to then operate away from a fleet. It's got very different design requirements than an actual fleet ship, where it's, where you've got protection of other destroyers around your battleships, for example. It's really quite cool. It's a very, very interesting game, the way it sort of does work out. aircraft carriers, which aren't part of what it has. But anyway, that's Rule the Waves 3, and so it's 92% there at the moment with the reviews on that one. So that's it's extremely well done. Can you pick Australia, says Henry? No, you can't. It's got a handful of different countries depending on which area you start in. So this it gives you a bit of a rundown as to what you can do. If I just go and click on that one, just get it so it's a bit clearer. So the actual size of your ships initially will be coming down to the dock size. So whatever the maximum dock size is, that's the maximum size of the ship that you can then go and build. That's why when you're going to play the game, have a bit of a look around. And so this is 1920, for example. So have a look at the different each different one to sort of see what the dock size limits actually are for when you design your ship, because some of them won't have very large dock sizes. So that's actually sort of where that one is. Michael Driss is saying, do I see a best of 3 coming? So it's probably, it's going to be one of those things. I'll definitely be recording what I do. There's going to be a live stream as well with all of us going through our finalists. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm looking forward to being involved in this. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to learn a lot because I'm probably the least qualified to be one of the judges. So I'll be looking at the pretty colours. The others will be looking at the actual armaments and the belt armour and stuff like that. Okay, so Drexy's saying you basically have to balance firepower, defence, the fit of the ship, and also the cost is a factor. Yeah, not so much the cost. The cost you don't worry about too much. It's more the speed. Yeah, and the speed, the defence, the firepower. And it's funny because in the early part of the game, the ships are very, very inaccurate. So when you're playing 1900s, the bigger the firepower can ultimately actually mean that you end up with less effective combat abilities because those guns are just so inaccurate, and so it's quite often a good idea to come back a couple of calibers from your maximum and actually make something that's more accurate. It's quite interesting, but then you've got a factor of then, can a smaller gun break through the armor of the enemy ship? And so they've done a really good job of this because it goes right from the ironclads of like the American Civil War type era. I mean, just beyond that era, where it was very, very difficult to damage the ships, all the way through to incredibly powerful combat ships. So it changes amazingly the actual history of the during that particular period. Sizzle's saying, during the 1890s, Japan had pretty decent ships. The Mikasa was 1899. I thought that Japan bought most of their ships from Britain in the early days, but I may be wrong about that. Okay, so Battlemate's saying, Drexy, are you enjoying it? I've been wondering whether to get it or not. I'm not sure if I have time for it. So Drexy's saying, stop playing it, need to get back to it. Well, you need to get back in and design a ship. And Sizzle's saying, the fast cruiser concept that you cannot outgun, you outrun. Exactly, yes. So it's quite interesting because even when you're playing the game, like you've got like if you're playing in around the Mediterranean or through the North Sea, the Baltic Sea, these sorts of areas, you need to then have a fleet of ships because and they've got to have a specific purpose. But when in the early part of the game, when for example trying to take over the East Indies or the West Indies or whatever it might actually be, you then need to have like these raider ships because they can then start to control territory without actually having too much investment in ships. It's actually a really, really interesting game the way it does play out. It sort of models so much in such a great game. Okay, so we've got Rogue was saying pretty crazy that they had that time. Honestly, Mikasa was impressive. Actually, there we go. So Sizzle's saying, well, you have destroyers to screen you from torpedo boats. That's why they're called destroyers. You have torpedo boat destroyers. Exactly. Yes. Yes, the big caliber in the real world sometimes had that issue, especially when you factor in the bigger caliber means slower firing speed in general. Yeah, it was interesting. Sizzle's saying you're not wrong, Daz. They did buy a lot of ships from UK, good UK ships, and so. It does, and I think the game also does allow, like for example, Germany, who doesn't have the same dock size at the start of the game, can then go and commission a ship as long as they're friendly with them from France or Great Britain, for example, to get the bigger dock size. So it's sort of it's interesting the way that the game does actually sort of work out. Anyway, there's that particular competition. I did mean to highlight that. I meant to highlight that one earlier in this session, but that is something that is that's something. If you do actually have the game, then get yourself a $15 voucher or. Like it's certainly a very, very good game. Like it's much deeper than it looks. It's not just a spreadsheet game, although the spreadsheets, as you can sort of see through here, really do feature heavily in the actual game itself. It's also very, very white. Like the screen is very bright when you're playing it, which is a bit annoying. So people have actually commented quite a bit that they would prefer it to be darker. Also, the time of day that you're playing matters. Whether you come from upwind or downwind matters as well in terms of the smokestacks. The smoke is actually modelled really quite accurately because that has a massive bearing in the early part of the game for hiding ships until you start to get radar. If you can sort of hold off until nightfall, then you can then escape. And so that tends to be when the battles sort of finish. The battles aren't super decisive. They tend to be, if you can destroy one or two ships, you're doing very, very well, which is sort of historically what would happen in the combat. If you've sort of read any of the Pacific, particularly during World War II, the engagements that they had, particularly in the Solomons, to destroy one or two ships was great because it was almost like every night after night there'd be like a battle somewhere, and quite often they just didn't actually eventuate to anything. It was quite interesting. So no matter where you are, when you play Rule the Waves, the sun always shines. It does indeed. It actually does model the time of the year and the whole lot with the timing of the actual battles themselves. Also, the height of the waves, like if you've got a ship with a very low freeboard or whatever it's called, with the how far they sit, they can't operate in big weather. So if you're designing, again, there's so much involved. If you're designing a ship for the Mediterranean, you don't have to worry about protecting it from dangerous weather because you're going to be able to get back to port very, very quickly. If you're doing it for anywhere else, basically you then need to take that into account. So the Italian ships, for example, can be designed, as long as they're going to stay in the Mediterranean, can be designed where they make sacrifices and they can be much lower to the water. It's really cool the way the game actually does work. So, so this is saying a night mode would be a nice option. I use night mode for most of my user interfaces. It would be nice, just for the interfaces it would be good. There's some. The interface is clunky, I've got to say, the way because of the way it's sort of structured. But the game itself is very, very good. Drex is saying the battles aren't what most people like. Most of us are more into making the ships and the tech. Yeah, the battles are not incidental. They are important, but they, like as I say, like it's typically if you destroy one or two ships, you're doing well. Quite often they end up being you play for a fair bit of time, and then nothing much actually does happen. But the designing of the ships is really, really good fun. So as Drexy says, it's really what most people are focused on. All right, so that's Rule the Waves, the competition. So absolutely get into it if you are if you're into this sort of game. These are the two screens that you need to have. This is the one where it's got the word guns on it. So you've got that one through there, and then they need to see the additional armament as well. Now, in this case, there's no additional armament being placed on this particular ship, as in their example. But and that doesn't really matter that much. But one thing you probably also do a bit of not a spoiler, but torpedoes were really, really powerful back in this era, back in the early era. So just be aware of that. If you don't put torpedoes on your ship, have a good reason for it. It's they were the things that used to sink the ships, not so much the actual guns themselves. The guns would slow them down enough for a ship to come in and then fire a torpedo. So if you don't, I shouldn't say you don't, that you need to sort of think about if you have it there. But on the additional armament, torpedoes, in my opinion, are really quite an important design. But having said that, if it's something where you've got other ships, smaller ships that can actually be more torpedo type ships, then that would sort of cover those. But again, some of the destroyers, for example, can't really, in the early days, can't actually put torpedoes on them. So it's interesting the way it does work with the way the game works. they've got all the different classes, but I think they're wanting the actual dreadnoughts or the battleship style ships and through there. Anyway, that's that one there. Then we've got Gal Civ. And we spoke about this one last week. Now this is coming very, very soon in a couple of weeks now. In 9 days, I think. 9 days or 7 days. It's going to be releasing on. Is one of Battle Mode's videos, replacing the Tech Victory in 4X. Now that's not actually giving us the information. Just view the news and the events, because it's got when it launched into early access, but this is actually now the full-blown launch. God, where does it say it? I can't think of when it actually says that it's coming. I thought it was the 19th. That may not be for everyone though. Let's just go back to the community. Oh, that's not going to do it either. Let's go back there. 19th. It is 19th, says Drexy. Okay, so that's coming in a week and a bit. So I think next week we'll actually do more discussion about Gal Civ. That has really changed incredibly since the release back. Yeah, 19th says Battle Mode there as well. Gal Civ has just gotten better and better and better through this early access period, and really is accelerating now towards being quite an exceptional game at launch. I don't think it will be feature complete at launch. I think there will still be some work that has to be done on it. I can't see them getting all the work that has to be done in that sort of time frame, but it's so interesting to sort of see how much it has developed over time. So keep an eye open for that one there. I don't think there's any specials or anything for that one. I don't think there's a demo for that one, or is there? Let's see if there is a demo. It would have come up in the list, in the next fest list, if there was a demo. Yep, no demo there. All right, so that's Gal Civ, and and then we're sort of back out past last week, so we'll leave that one there. So I think we'll wrap up now, guys, and I'll just do a quick refresh and see if anything else has been added in. No, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. All right, so let's run the competition. So Drexy's saying, just struggling with turn-based 4X games right now, so we'd rather play Distant Worlds 2. Distant Worlds 2 is exceptional as well. Very different, though. Like, I was asked this the other day, actually. It was on my other, like, in the general area of my Discord, there was a question as to what's the difference between Gal Civ 4 and Distant Worlds 2, and which one should someone actually grab. They're completely different. Like Gal Civ is like a board game set in space, and whereas Distant Worlds is like a simulation game with all the intricate details. So I think once you get your head into whichever frame you want, it's sort of they play really quite differently. All right, let's get everything else set up. I'm just going to go and I will go to Nightbot and we'll log in. So this is going to be this is for Wargroove 2, which is pretty cool actually with the new mode of play. So we've got the giveaways. We'll just do a keyword. The keyword will just be war. So I'll just do the word war. So just type in war in the chat, and then I'll get you in the running for it. Yeah, so Drexy's saying, took your and Ben's advice and played Distant Worlds 2 at slow speeds, never go over two times. Yeah, that's how I play it. I love it that way. Wouldn't mind a complete fleet design with ships from Babylon 5 in Gal Civ 4. That'd be cool, actually. I'm hoping that they're the sorts of things that will be added in after. Like they've already got, I think I've got some Babylon 5 ships in the Gal Civ repository now as well. So I think that they've actually already, there's some ships that have been designed that way, but I would love to see fully themed fleets where you can sort of bring them in, and that hasn't been done yet for the game. That's going to mean a bit more work after release, I think, to get those in there. And same with citizens as well. I really, really want the citizens to be part of it as well, like to be where you can sort of really, really fine tune those. So you can see there a lot of saying, Trank saying, well, what's it good for? Absolutely nothing. There's a few of you have said that. Yeah, Rogue has said, what's it good for? Anyway, I hope that you're all in. Yep, you've all got your words in, so this is all good. I'll just let it go a little bit longer. I'm just going to grab myself a drink of water, then we'll come back and do the giveaway. Okay, actually, one thing I will actually mention as well, I'm going to be trying to get back and doing another live stream in a few hours' time, maybe 2 or 3 hours' time. I'm going to be playing. I want to continue the June game that I've got, and I've sort of noticed that the numbers are dwindling off with people watching that one. But I think I'm just going to do a live stream and try to finish off the mission that I'm actually in at this stage, and sort of like spend like 2 or 3 hours doing that one through there. So as a bit of I guess a notice, I will be back in a couple of hours to do that one there. What was the giveaway? It is Wargroove 2, a key for Wargroove 2. All right, so just going to grab all the names now. I'll just get everything prepared. I need to go back. Where's our marble names? There they are. I won't put myself in this one this time. Although I don't have any giveaways for next week, but anyway, I've got to turn that thing off. It's annoying. Get it out of there. Come on, get out of there. It's frustrating, that one. Okay, we'll just do the replacement. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. It hasn't remembered what it actually is. Okay, let's just replace all. Yeah, but that works. That still did it. Okay, so we've got to see if there's any more that have come back through. So the last one, I should have checked to see what the last one actually was in the list. Yeah, we've got all of those in there, so I think we're okay. So we've got Flak Hawk and A.S. Russell. You would look to be the last ones in there. Flak Hawk. Yep, you're in there. And A.S. Russell, you're in there as well. Okay, that's cool. All right, so we've got 26 today. Let's do a quick save on that one. Now, Genos, you're in there as well. Okay, that's cool. So you had asked earlier. I did forget, but then I just remembered. So that one's done. We'll just leave them where they are. Go to Marbles on Stream. Oh, Curry Muncher. Sorry, I'll add you in as well. Let it load in. So Michael's saying, if I win, can I change the key to a ChatTactic mug with free shipping? No, unfortunately not. Come on, game, load in. We'll get there eventually. Just saying, yep, I'm back, but thanks for checking. Sorry I missed so many of the comments as well, by the way, guys. It's sort of, unfortunately, if I've got a lot to cover, I've just got to find ways to make it work. I'm heartened to sort of see that you are adding things in that area of my Discord, which is great. So I'm just going to go back into the race. And settings. Oh, hang on, we're going to go do the Grand Prix ultimately. We have 26 players. This is going to be a simulation. Settings. Clear the list. It's just going to be 27, isn't it? Just make sure that Curry Muncher is not there. Okay, so we'll just go and add one more. Okay, done. Let's put 27. All right, so it's going to be a quick Grand Prix of 3 maps, so best of 3. Let's get into it. Oh, what's this one? This is Procedural Raceway. I think we may have played this one last week. So we'll just get in and good luck, guys. Hope you all win. Sorbical looks at it in front. Curry Muncher's hit the lead. No, at the back. Who's going to come out? Jennison is actually out through here. Then we've got Meta. Curry Muncher coming back through as well. It's quite finicky. This Wiebenholz, Curry Muncher, Jennison going back through the actual list. This will sort a few of you out. Who got straight through here? Wow, Rogers hit the lead. Lucius hit the lead. Michael backing through this other side. So Lucia out in front. Yeah, we did play this one. This one happened to come up last week as well, I'm pretty sure. Lucia has not made it all the way through. It's actually gone straight through with Michael and Roger. Have hit the lead in a big way. They're swapping leads. Lucia's been stopped back in that last one. Let's have a look at this next one. See what's going to happen. Will they get a lucky ride through? No, they won't. Stopped right from the start. Whoa, Michael's straight through. And Roger's right there with him as well. Okay, so these two probably will be the ones that will almost be unattainable now, I'm guessing. Curry Muncher coming 3rd. Lucia coming 4th. Wiebenholz coming 5th. And we've still got Meta way at the back. There's no one else at the back there. So Meta, Sithel, and Phobius are now holding the back of it there. Michael's a long way out in front now, with Roger coming in 2nd. Actually, Lucius now has hit the 3rd place. Michael's coming down to the next delay. Roger coming through as well. So whoa, there goes Ben. Ben's out. He fell off the... Roger's actually taken the lead there. There we go. Lewis is out as well, so they've fallen off. Now, Michael is straight through. He got straight through. Roger, so he's taken back the lead again. It's a little way to go. Got held up there. He's a long way out in front now. Urasok was coming... Now, there goes Flackhawk. Flackhawk's out. So we're losing players. Here we go. Now, who's in... Yeah, so Michael's miles in front. Curry Muncher coming 2nd. Urasok coming 3rd. The placement is important because it's a best of 3. So you do get points. So it looks like Michael's going to win this first one. Michael followed by Curry Muncher, followed by Urasok. Then we've got Thomas, Sorbicol, Lucia, Rogue, Jennison, Antonio following up as well. And then who have we got at the back there? And the map is now starting to sort of eat itself. So Meta will get through, I think. I think you'll get through before it actually does catch up towards the back end there. I'm not sure if you get points. Oh no, maybe you won't. No, Meta's gone, Sithel's gone. Yep, you're all gone. Bang, gone. So Michael, congratulations, you've won the first round. The others did not finish. So we'll see the final results. So there we go. I wish it would give you the actual points as to how the game actually sort of figures it all out. But anyway, we've got a fair few that did not finish at the back there. Okay, next map. Now we're going to Buckshot. And then House of Pain. That doesn't sound real good. That's the last one. All right, here we go. So start the race. And who's going to be the first one off? Lewis, Thomas, a fair few of you. Whoa, Chonda's gone all the way down. Michael's back out in front there again. Wow, Michael, you're doing incredibly well. Curry Muncher as well. They're this battle mode following that, and Chonda coming through as well. Looks like Michael, if Michael gets even in the top 3 here, it's basically game over, I think, in terms of this particular run. Can anyone catch him? Or will he fall off? That's the other thing. I mean, this is going to be dangerous as anything in through here. Here comes battle mode. Ben's actually right with him now. And here comes Curry Muncher as well. Slotting in there. Battle mode actually got there in time. But you fell off the first time. So Michael's now got a second place with Curry Muncher as well. Curry Muncher could still actually take this, you know. Actually, no, it's sort of the closest to the middle. Miguel fell off. Don't know if that means anything. So how does this one work? This is an interesting one. So battle mode is the winner of that particular mode. So, we did actually have Michael coming in second again, and Curry Muncher ended up being 8th. So maybe Curry Muncher could still take it away from Michael, but I think coming in second like this is going to make it very, very hard for anyone to bypass Michael now. So let's get there. I don't know how that worked with the scoring of that one. House of Pain. This will be interesting. This does not sound good. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Oh, Michael's out in front again. He's got Vaseline on his marble there. Getting it as fast as he can. So he's out in the front. Wow, what a run. What a run. Oh, that sorted him out, though. Don't know who that one in the front there is. It doesn't have a name. It's a rogue one. Urusok is the first of the named ones. We've got Thomas coming as well. Phobius coming back through this other side. Looks like Thomas has now hit the lead. Yep, Thomas. And then we've got Phobius has also come back through. So they've actually hit these loops fairly quickly. It's going to be a tight finish, I think, by the looks of things. No idea what that marble is there. Yep, Thomas and Phobius. Phobius is now sort of, and Bubo, the three of them are really coming forward here. They've gone straight through, both Thomas and Phobius. Actually, all three of them have. And Mr. Flegel's maths class as well. Thomas still out in front. Whoa, being pushed back. Mr. Flegel's back through, maybe. And Thomas is actually back out in front again. No, being pushed back again. Okay, it's Thomas again. Thomas and Bubo. Who's gonna actually win this one? And Curry Muncher's nowhere near in sight. So I think Michael's he's coming up the leaderboard as well. There's Michael in the top finishes there again as well. So Michael, if you don't win this one, there's something wrong with the game. Here comes the flaming thing to finish off the game for us. That'll just going to gobble up the ones at the back end. So that'll just sort of come back through the map. Just clean out a few more of these. Yep, so that Lewis is going to be taken out at this point. Yep, gone. Rogue is going to be going next. Maybe not. Yeah, I think... Oh, maybe not. He might be able to make it. Will Rogue make it in time? It's going to be tight, isn't it? It's going to be very, very close. Yes, you will. All right, so Bubo won that one. Congratulations, Bubo. So let's go to the finish and see who actually won. So coming in third... Hang on, what happened there? There we go. So coming in third is... What? You should have come in first. How'd that work? Oh, well, come in third. I don't know how that's actually done it. That is interesting. That is interesting. So only a third place. You got a first and a second. That doesn't make sense. Bubo came in second. That's interesting. So who is going to be the winner. This is going to be an interesting result. I've got no idea who the winner is going to be. Battle mode. What? He's cheated. He fell off the first one. Hang on, that doesn't make sense. First wins one. Okay, well, these are the three winners. But how do the points work out? That's very strange. Very, very strange. Anyway, that's the results, guys. I'm not, Rogue saying, not sure about that one. Yeah, no, that's, so you're saying fix. Very sus. That is surprising. If I had another, I don't know why it's doing that one, to be honest. That is very, very strange. Very strange set of results there. Corruption, yes. Marble corruption. John saying, yeah, I'm 16th. And Ben saying, I'll have none of this slander. No, that's the game. That's the game. So Ben won the game there. I wonder how that worked. I wonder how that one worked. Anyway, that's interesting. Maybe more points. Maybe it is. Maybe it is more points for the target. Except that Michael came second in that. So, second? Yeah, I think he came second in the target. Yeah, but maybe it was. There's maybe something else through there. But anyway, that's fine. But congratulations, Battle Mode, for winning. This is the first contentious win that we've had. So, of course, you'll never live this one down now as well. So we've got yet another thing to hold against you. It's it's all steroids, says John Monkey. That's funny. Anyway, sorry, Michael. I was giving you a good rap there, but I was sure you were going to win that with the finishes that you actually had. But anyway, Ben wins the game. So well done, Battle Mode. And I'll get that key across to you, Ben. So it's a really cool game, actually. I'm the underdog in this game. You are indeed. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to actually leave it here. So have a great week. As I say, we'll be back later on to do another live stream for a few hours just to try to get through the June mission that I'm playing at the moment. It's quite a big map on that particular one. It's just sort of like random, but that's what it is. And so I'm not exactly sure when I'll be back. I'll just make sure I have a bit of a rest, just make sure I've got no other work I've got to do. What did I win again? You won a Wargroove 2. So a very, very cool game. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. My big old singer, is Ben a developer of Marble Run? No, that's all fun. Anyway.